Hey, girlfriend, you know who you are. You have big, big dreams. You want to write a book, stand on a TED Talk stage, be a life coach offering wisdom from your RV in Montana, a cafe in Barcelona, or a beach chair in Tulum. Your other girlfriends and your family, they don't always get your biz savvy. Why do you want to leave your JOB? Because you're a C.A.T.S, aka coach, author, thought leader, and speaker. Meet other change makers like yourself and find out how they make it happen. This is the Big Meow podcast.
Welcome to the Big Meow podcast, hosted by C.A.T.S Network. I'm Angela Howard, and I'm here today welcoming Patricia Fuqua, who I am personally very interested in finding out what she does. So the name of her business is called La Creme Connections, and she's a certified matchmaker, soulmate dating coach, and best-selling author. Welcome, Patricia.
Thank you. I'm happy to be here.
Well, we're dying to know a little more about your business. Can you enlighten us, please?
Yes, I've recently made a business name change. It's now called Manifest Your Soulmate Academy.
Okay.
And it's more in alignment with what I do. I'm looking at helping single professionals meet their person. And this person they're wanting in a committed relationship needs to be a match for them on all levels, not only physical, but emotionally, personality, values, and spiritual. And so I train people to be their own matchmakers using the digital space. And if they're too busy to date traditionally, then I refer them out to my world-class network of matchmakers. So they have these avenues to meet that person.
Well, all I got to say is meow. Oh, my goodness. All right. So the first question I have is, how do you find your clients? Who are your clients? I know you have probably a broad spectrum, but give me the top of the bell curve of who you work with.
I work with business professionals and entrepreneurs. My background is in those areas. And so I'm familiar with the kind of lifestyle that these folks live. And so I find them on social media, on Facebook and LinkedIn. Those are the places where most of them live. And they range anywhere from 30 to 60. And they are busy people. They want help with their personal life. They may have been disappointed in the past with relationships or just too busy to date. So that's where I come in. I'm the connector. I get them together with highly qualified people that are matched with their personality and their values.
Oh, wow. I've got so many questions because I've got a psychology background. So I do know I was a big time, executive and traveler. And so there's organizations or companies called Valenti, which you'll see in all the flight magazines. And it's just lunch. Are you familiar with these? Yeah. What makes you unique? I'm sure you've got some unique approach that sets you apart from these other matchmaking organizations. Tell us about that.
I am a boutique matchmaking dating coach, and that means that I'm small and I like to keep it intimate. So when you come to me, I'm going to get to know you body, mind, and spirit better than your mom, probably. And so what I do is I am listening in our conversations and hearing what you say you want, helping you get clear on what's most important to you, because sometimes people don't really know what it is they want. And so I help you get clear on that. And then I train you to go inside, reflect on what your priorities are, if what you really want to experience in a relationship. And then I support you to up the confidence, to go out and get it. And an example of that is a woman that came to me and she said there were no good men. She'd been looking for 16 years, so she
Wow.
knew.
Mm-hmm.
I said, well, how many do you want? And she said, one. I said, well, we can make that happen. So I trained her with her roadmap to her loved one and sent her off to Vegas, which was her favorite hangout place.
Mm-hmm.
And she met him there. She was pressed up against him when this entourage of a celebrity walked through the lobby, and he asked her for a drink afterwards, and the rest is history. It took him 12 months to get clear on all of their little kinks in the road and to realize that they really were the best person that they were looking for. And so they were married after 12 months.
Wow. It sounds like you do a lot of internal love, like loving yourself first, coaching, and then finding that other person. I have a question. Did you put both of those two together, or did she just was in such a great place? She met the stranger and then he happened to be the one, or did you place him in Vegas next to her?
This is what happened. What I do is I train people to know themselves, and I train them on the dating strategy that will get them where they want to be. They're in relationship. And because I had supported her to be confident that she could go out and meet this one guy, just one, she was able to recognize a man who had the potential. Now, like with anything, I can set you up, but you have to go out and use your intuition and realize if that's the person for you. And I'm there to support you with my own intuitive abilities and to say, okay, so what's the problem here? How come you're not with this guy? He seems like a really good guy for you. And so we work through those internal conflicts and objections. And so finally she said, what am I doing? This guy is exactly what I want. And she was able to go ahead and say yes and accept him into her life.
So I hear you've had some success, it sounds like, and we have to, unfortunately, I got to talk about business a little bit because we're all business women and entrepreneurs. So do you have a piece of advice? You've been in this business for a while, but a piece of advice for other coaches, authors, speakers, a little nugget, a little something to maybe help bridge the gap for us in the business world?
Sure. For me, because I come from a spiritual perspective, meaning that we're all people here and we have this other side of us that we don't talk about too much. But at any rate, that's the big picture. And gratitude, expectancy, and belief are all qualities of that invisible part of us, that spiritual part. So when we believe that we can do something and we're in gratitude for what we have, every morning I wake up and say, oh my God, I'm so grateful for this bed. I love my comforter and my pillow, and I like this, so I want more of this. And I am in that space. Then I believe that I can go and do my work and help people meet their person. So they build on each other. So those three things allow me to get my work done and to help people.
You sound like you have a very strong trust in yourself and your work. And that's amazing. So now I need to know, what's a recent challenge that you've had to transcend?
Well, it was a health challenge. For me, I sometimes babysit my little 9-month-old grandson, and he brings home these colds and what have you that just knock adults on their hiney. And he's crawling around happy, and we're just like, oh my God, where's the doctor? And so I was able to use my practices of visualizing myself well and
Mm,
having least damaging symptoms, and had less symptoms than he or anybody else in my family because all of us were out as
yeah.
a little kid.
Yeah. Getting over illness is tough to keep going because then you've got clients that need you, and yeah, you have to do that. So who inspires you? You're very inspiring, I must say, but who inspires you?
Well, my inspiration comes from mentors. I am in a mastermind group with other matchmakers and people in the love industry. And my mentor is very experienced and very wise. And so I enjoy being in the company of those people, bouncing off ideas and challenges and so forth. And also that little 9-month-old grandson inspires me. His
Oh,
transparency and his honesty is like blows me away. I always know what this child is thinking, what he wants. He
mhm.
doesn't hide anything. He has no filter. And so if he doesn't like something to eat, he just sweeps it off the tray. He's not worried about anybody's feelings. That's delightful to me. And so I think, oh, I need to be more transparent,
Yeah.
but in a nicer way.
Yeah, the honesty and diplomacy. That's a nice balance, right?
Yes, yes, as I am a mature person.
Yeah. So what's next for you? What's the big vision for you?
My big vision is to do more group classes. I would like
Mm,
to have more people in my classes so that they can benefit from each other's experience. And there's something about 2 or more people who are like-minded that just gives energy and optimism to whatever project that you're working on. And the Love Project benefits from this kind of energy. And under my guidance, I would love to have more people benefit from my experience and my training and my background.
So, Patricia, we're going to have to close. I hate doing this, but tell us how we can find you.
You can find me on Linktree, Link tree, TREE,
Mhm.
/ my name, Patricia Fuqua, Linktree / Patricia Fuqua.
All right. Spell your last name real quick for those of us who aren't French.
It is F like Frank,
Yeah.
UQUA like Apple.
Oh, well, Patricia, thank you so much for taking your time, joining us here at the Big Meow. And we really enjoyed hearing you and hearing your success. More love in the world. How great.
Yes, I thank you so much. I appreciate being here with you.
All right. We'll talk to you later. Thank
All
you
right.
so much.
Bye for now.
Thanks for listening to the Big Meow podcast, sponsored by C.A.T.S Network. If you liked what you heard, please take a moment to subscribe and share this podcast with your friends. You can also join our network filled with positivity and possibility. Visit www.catsnetworking.com to join us and learn more, together with your magical, motivated, and mystical new friends at C.A.T.S Network. Let's transform 1,000,000 lives with your message. Are you feeling isolated sitting at home in your PJs? Or perhaps you're tired of the comfy sweatpants with holes in them that are hidden just below the camera? I mean, you could puke at the thought of another day of Zoom meetings and reporting to your BOSS. Do you want freedom from your home office desk or the office cubicle? Do you want freedom from your current career? Or are you frustrated that your online biz dreams are going nowhere? It's all too overwhelming. Where do you start? All the tech, the choices, and your message. Yep, I said your message, your brand, your voice. What is it? Do you even know what that means? Do you need a biz coach but don't want to invest the big bucks? Let's face it, being a solopreneur is lonely, but you don't have to do it alone. And here's a solution. Join C.A.T.S Network. C.A.T.S Network is a woman-only membership community exclusively available to you, the life coach or executive coach, the author, the thought leader, or the public speaker. If you identify with this list or want to work on adding some of these to your skill set, C.A.T.S is the place for you. Check us out at www.catsnetworking.com. That's C-A-T-S networking.com. Because let's face it, cats are better together.